Good evening. Welcome to the news at 4 on Lagos Television. I am Yetunde Oladoton Amao. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has declared open the 24th edition of the Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials Conference, themed Soar Beyond Boundaries and Reach Communities. In her opening address, wife of the Lagos State Governor, who is also the chairperson of the council, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, says that the two-day conference will positively empower the female gender, and showcase their contributions to national development.
The synergy, therefore, between council and administration's vision ensures that development reaches every nook and cranny of our state, particularly in underserved areas. I therefore, on your behalf, want to commend the courage and the dedication of council. The courage they have shown year in, year out at identifying laudable projects. Their contribution, we believe, will continue to be a vital force in driving Lagos forward into a prosperous and inclusive future.
When women soar beyond boundaries, they will enrich communities. And this brings unique insight and priorities for them to advocate for policies that address the needs of all citizens. To complement the efforts of Lagos State Government by supporting the vulnerable children to have access to quality care. Since 2020, the committee has consistently championed charitable projects in several orphanage homes to provide basic necessities to ensure that every child has access to amenities.
Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu says there will also be enlightenment on emotional intelligence for the boy child, adding that there will be lectures on climate change effects, advancing women's political participation, and mentorship. She says the conference will lecture, detect, and treat communicable diseases, as well as lecture on farming and entrepreneurship. With this year's theme, Soar Beyond Boundaries and Reach Communities, this conference aims to explore and unleash hidden potentials in women and communities. We'll bring you details in subsequent bulletin. The Lagos State Government has organized an Eco Explorers Boot Camp for children. General Manager, Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, Dr. Tunde Ajayi, says educating children on environmental awareness is essential to fostering a generation that values and actively participate in protecting the environment. Bukola Teloko reports.
It is a vibrant atmosphere at the inaugural Eco Explorers Boot Camp, a one-day summer camp for children. The children are immersed in activities such as painting, gardening, and interactive games that emphasize natural conservation and waste reduction, which is part of the Lagos State government's ongoing efforts to instill environmental awareness in the younger generation. These activities are designed not only to educate, but also to make environmental awareness an exciting adventure for the young ones.
Our focus is the children. We want to imbibe in them habits and the culture that they would be able to take into their adulthood, and they will make them responsible citizens of the environment, and they will take actions that will protect the environment. We are looking forward to reducing, climate change, global warming, and the rest. So, this habits and culture, when they imbibe it, will help them to make better decisions.
From different booths and the different activities, you can tell that it is very easy to imbibe this knowledge into kids, and they're happy about what they're learning. They're able to also transmit it to their friends. They will not stop talking about it. And I think that this is potentially huge. It is something that we can take beyond the shores of Ikeja and extend beyond the immediate environment.
The children share the knowledge acquired at the program, which reflects the commitment of the state government in preserving the environment.
I learned that plants are the major part of the ecosystem. I learned it's not good to pollute, or else the fish will get sick.
We're hoping to make sure that children imbibe the knowledge of the environment. We're hoping to make sure that children are able to first learn it, secondly transmit it to their friends, thirdly they live what they have learned. So things around recycling, things around upcycling. One of the booths has children making seats, like chairs, from waste paint buckets and foam, right? So it is just imbibing those simple things. You have waste PET bottles, you can cut them open and plant small things inside. So it's reusing the waste products, then recycling as much, or upcycling as simple as it looks, is something they can jump on.
As they are learning and as they're having fun, they are able to take notes of the things that they need to know to protect the environment. Like, for example, planting trees, not putting on the generators indiscriminately. They've also learned how to protect the natural resources in terms of the kind of animals. They shouldn't be killing animals indiscriminately. They've also learned how to recycle things that is waste, what people actually call as waste, but they've learned today that a waste is not waste until you waste it.
The Eco Explorers Boot Camp is part of LASEPA's broader initiative to engage the public in environmental protection and sustainability by targeting young children and their parents. Bukola Taylor Cole, LTV News.
Minister of Tourism Lola Adejohn has asked Nigerians to uphold the nation's vast cultural heritage so as to preserve culture and create wealth. She said this at the 2024 King Kosoko Memorial Lecture held at the Global Hall, Lagos Island. Correspondent Omomi Okeo reports.
Nigeria's tourism sector, according to the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics in 2022, contributed about 6% to the nation's gross domestic product, with over 1.6 million international visitors. To fully utilize this sector and propagate the life and times of the former Oba of Lagos, King Kosoko, the family of the late monarch held this memorial lecture with the theme, The Lagos Economy in the Era of King Kosoko, A Tale of Prosperity and the Decline. Oloja-elect of Lagos, Prince Abiola Kosoko, while welcoming federal and state government officials, historians and other participants, says it is important to have this type of conversations so that Nigeria can learn from its past to project its future.
Let us come together to celebrate King Kosoko enduring impact on Lagos and exploring the lesson of his era as a guide to the future. It is under this directive of the councils of the heads of the King Kosoko royal family that I make this opening representation.
Minister of Tourism Lola Adejohn also highlights the federal government's resolve to ensure that the sector remains viable and profitable, taking a cue from the King Kosoko legacy.
Lagos is about resilience, it's about commerce, it's about the right kind of people, and it's not so much different from before, and it shows a lot of promise.
Learned a lot about the history of Lagos. I do hope that many more Lagosians will write about their ancestors, about our history, so that we can continue to enlighten the populace, Nigerians, and the world about the achievement of our ancestors, who were very fastidious, who left lasting legacies for us to emulate, and their contribution towards the modern day Nigeria.
King Kosoko, his legacies, and we're proud to be part of that history. Yes.
So what would you like to tell the Lagosians and even the plan at one of the...
Well, we should, all I need to say is we should live as brothers and sisters, live in peace and harmony. We don't have any country apart from Nigeria. Nigeria is a great country.
Another highlight of the program was a book launch with the title King Kosoko, His Life, His People and His Settlements, written by the Oloja-elect Prince Abiola Kosoko. The late King Kosoko was the Oba of Lagos between 1845 and 1851. Omomi Okeo, LTV News.
For more news, please connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free lines 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. Thank you for watching the news at 4. Translations in Yoruba and Ogu follow shortly. Please don't go away.